Happy hiking day, everyone! Today we are going to be exploring Colorado Bend State Park in Texas. The Colorado River runs right through here, and so the park is named for an important turn or bend that the river takes here. Now, this is hands down one of my favorite places in Texas because this park has a ton of variety. Today, in addition to the river, we're going to be exploring a canyon, a cave, some waterfalls, and I'm excited, so let's get going. I always do that thing where I have to check like 800 times to make sure I locked my car. This tree says to go this way. Our first stop was Dogleg Canyon, and maybe it's just because I think rock formations in particular are really cool, but I don't think this place gets enough attention. I mean, look at it. It's pretty awesome, right? Alright, let's go explore down inside a little bit too. Definitely 2 thumbs up for that one, but like I said, I'm a bit of a sucker for cool rocks, so. We're only gonna go a little ways into the canyon, kind of just the part of it that's the easiest to access, because today's not a good day to be stupid. But overall, I think it's really, really cool. I love how you can see the direction that the water probably takes when it floods here. Let's go check out the cave, and I'm really excited for the cave. I know that there's a part of it that's normally flooded, but if it's not flooded, you can go a little bit deeper in. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be flooded so we can go in, but yeah, we'll see. You can already feel how much colder the air is coming in from here. Feels really nice. And soon we were venturing into the cave darkness. Okay, let's get some slightly spookier music. This one doesn't really fit the vibe. There we go. Yeah, that's better. And it looks like we're in luck and that this is dried out. This is the area that's usually a little flooded. So in order to get through here, you'd have to wade through a bunch of like scary bugs, and I don't know, this is probably where your mother-in-law lives too, and I'm kidding. But it is a little sketchy, as you can see, to wade through here when it's flooded and there's bugs in the water, and it's just not a good time. But right now it looks good. So let's go. Here, I looked up and there are so many spiders above me, and I really regret looking up. So the last time I was in here, I was with somebody else, but being here alone is definitely a little spookier, I gotta say. Over there you can see that they have part of the cave blocked off, which I think is to keep people out, because they talk about needing to preserve the inside of the cave environment for the bats and making sure that the bats don't get exposed to any kind of diseases. Because when people come into the cave to visit, they can track in all kinds of diseases from the outside world, and we don't want that for cute little fuzzy bats. And then up here, it looks like there's an opening to the outside. So it looks like if you wanted to, you definitely could climb up and through that way. That's more than big enough to fit a person. So that's pretty cool. But we're gonna go out the other way and continue on and see what other cool stuff we can find. We are back in the sunshine. I have had a sandwich and I'm feeling good. Next up, we were headed to the waterfalls, but first I encountered an old enemy on the trail. So I have a bit of a complicated relationship with these plants. To be more specific, my beef is mainly with the yucca plant. I'm not sure if those are yucca, but I think it's really just like that whole genre of plants. And I know that's not the scientific term, but you know what I mean. Somehow they find me, like on the trail, wherever I'm walking, they find me and they snag me and they cut me, and it's just like, it's a consistent thing, and it's always plants that look like that. You'd think I'd have a problem with cactus, but nope, cactus are not the issue. Except for there was one time that I was running a Spartan race in Texas, and we were doing this obstacle where you have to like hoist something with a rope, and you kind of like put your whole body into it and lean back. and there was a cactus right under me, so when I leaned back and I sat into the rope to use my weight to help me, I sat on the cactus.
Anyway, on the way to the waterfalls, we came across one of my favorite spots in the whole park.
It's funny because it's just such a small little detail, but I really love it. I feel like it's so peaceful and just beautiful, and yeah, definitely one of my favorites.
And before long, we'd made it to Gorman Falls. In order to preserve the environment, you can't go in the actual falls area, but if you hike down by the river just a little bit, you find a really beautiful spot. And here you can explore. Now, don't get me wrong, this was an absolutely beautiful day, and the park was gorgeous. But we're also coming off a pretty hot summer in drought, so it wasn't quite as green here as I had remembered. After such a hot summer where so much had turned brown, I was itching to see some vibrant green life, and I wasn't ready to give up quite yet. I knew of a different area in the park right by the water that just might be in better shape, so I went to investigate. And boy, was I pleasantly surprised. It was so green here. There was so much life. There were flowers and butterflies and bees. The grass was healthy. The trees were healthy. It looked beautiful. It was a great way to end the hike. Thank you so much for coming along with me on today's adventures. Be sure to subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you real soon.